Hello Internet! Today I present a short video on a common problem: changing a drill chuck. This video shows how to replace the chuck on a corded or cordless drill. For drill chucks that are attached to the spindle by a screw thread. The drill chuck on a drill is often the first part that wears out or breaks. That is what happened to my good old Metabo drilling machine. The machine lasts for a long time, but now the ravages of time take their toll on the machine and the drill chuck. I still had an old broken cordless drill with a good keyless chuck. Both machines have a half-inch spindle, so why not reuse the chuck? Luckily, after some investigation, replacing it was fairly an easy process. The most common thread size is a half-inch diameter, with 20 TPI, 20 threads per inch. But there are also smaller drill threads out there, for example with a 3/8 inch diameter size. In my case, I wanted to use the high quality keyless chuck on my cordless drill on my drilling machine. And here is what you need to perform the task: a flathead screwdriver, a suitable open end wrench, an Allen key and the drill chuck key. I started with my cordless drill and made sure it was in the low gear and in drill position. There was a retaining screw holding the chuck on. The screw has a left-handed thread and must be screwed in clockwise direction to loosen it. And I repeat this to make it clear: the screw must be screwed in clockwise direction to loosen it. In my case, the screw did not move because sometimes screws size up due to rust or other debris, but soaking the area with penetrating oil for 2 hours did free up the screw enough for me to remove it. I used WD-40 penetration oil, but as I learned recently, it is also possible to use a homemade mix of vegetable oil and acetone. I will add a link to an article on this in the video description below. Maybe this is a topic worth to investigate more in the future. I prepared 2 examples in the video. The second example shows a much better procedure. It is safer for man and machine. In addition, the force to loosen the drill chuck is better used. I used a large Allen key and tighten it up in the drill chuck. The chuck is held on with a regular right-hand thread, therefore I had to turn the Allen key counterclockwise this time to remove the chuck. With the opposing action of the wrench and the Allen key, the chuck should come loose. Maybe due to the use of penetration oil, not much force was needed to loosen the chuck. In case you need more force to loosen the drill chuck, I strongly recommend to use version 2 to loosen the drill chuck. For this I would have laid the drill chuck flat on the edge of my workbench, with the wrench resting on the table and the chuck overhanging the table edge. The Allen key fastened to the drill chuck and the long end of the Allen key pointing slightly upwards from horizontal. Hold the drill and the wrench down with one hand and give the long end of the Allen key a short, powerful hit to loosen the chuck. The spindle of my cordless drill and also on my corded drill have provisions that allows the use a wrench to counter. In my case, there was no sufficient space to fit a regular size wrench. but luckily I had a thin wrench, otherwise I had to grind or sand down a regular one. The removal of the drill chuck from the drill worked in the same way. However, there was no retaining screw here. On the spindle behind the drill chuck is a provision to use a wrench to counter. You can loosen the drill chuck in the same way as I showed this before. So what is the outcome of all my efforts? And let me take a short resume here. I'm happy with the solution as long as I drill wood. But I have to say that there are some problems when drilling metal, with drills of a larger diameter, let's say starting from 10mm or a ½ inch. The keyless chuck seems to be too weak for the purpose, as long as I fasten the drill chuck poorly by hand. Maybe I have to take some money in the hand and buy me a nice new drill chuck, at least for drilling metal. The costs are manageable and the benefits are great. For example, the German-made drilling chuck Röhm Supra SK seems to be a cost-effective alternative. Yeah, with that everything is set for today and the pictures of the videos spoke for themselves. I would be glad if the video helps others. Leave your opinion, whether good or bad, in the comments down below. And do not forget to push the like button if you enjoyed the video. If you want to stay tuned, please subscribe. I wish you a good time and hope to see you again in one of the upcoming videos.